So, anyway, I just want you to know my theory about responsibility and people that
That's a long
employees.
fade. That was a long fade.
My finger's tired. All right. I'm bored opping as well. So I just want you to know.
Oh, we're back to the Boston employee theory?
Yeah, that it is true. My theory was proven once again, but guess what? Nobody was harmed this time.
Nobody was harmed.
And I'm going to tell you all about that right after this. Okay. All I have to say is it has to do with Chinese food, wrong restaurant, and have to go to a different restaurant.
Well, that's just for the way it sounds already. This is a boss employee situation.
No. But I'm just saying,
You controlled yourself in public.
What? It wasn't about me. I didn't do it. Somebody called in food to pick up Chinese food.
Okay.
Called the wrong restaurant. Went to the place that we usually take out from. Gets there. They don't have the order. Then said person realizes that
Julie set the tone with a new language for us. Go ahead.
Said person realized when they got there, oh, I called the wrong place. What do I do? I got a phone call. I gave the advice that maybe you should go to the place where you actually placed the order. And
did you go to get the food? Or
no. I had
no.
I didn't order the food. I didn't go to pick up the food, but I got the phone call that I ordered from the wrong place.
But at least you weren't the person going to get the food at the wrong place,
right? Well, but then again, it happened to me tonight. Said person said to me, "Go pick up a child from somewhere." Directing me to the wrong place. I get there, they're not around. Make a phone call to somebody else that said, who I was exchanging with because they were there, did the drop off and I was doing the pickup, and we were exchanging, and I called them and they said, it's at the other field. So there's a lot of misdirection or misinformation out there.
It sounds like you're dealing with the government.
Yeah, pretty much.
It sounds like you're getting a lot of
this is what happens.
Depends what cable channel you're listening to about what's going on in the world.
Well, didn't the Biden administration come? The adults are back in the room, and that's really been a crapper.
Yeah, I mean, it really sounds like it. Are you listening to CNN, or are you listening to Fox? Who's your source of information for
my
all this?
Source? My what? Which part?
The Chinese food.
Oh no, this is no source. This is no source. The source is coming from the information that's been given to me. I can only go on the information. Now I have to.
Where are you getting that information from?
A source.
You're not naming that source?
No, I will not name said source. Just like, what's their names? What is it? Deep Throat? I wasn't saying that. Deep Throat was an actual person. Woodward and Bernstein.
We hope that our demographic that we speak to that doesn't seem to be our major demographic.
Anyway, Deep Throat was the inside source for Woodward and Bernstein during the Watergate scandal.
What's Watergate?
We went by the hotel. Well, you know what? That's one thing we didn't see this weekend was the hotel. I wanted to go.
I was actually vacationing in that hotel when that all happened.
Right. I heard some knocking and clinging and drawers opening and some stuff being taken, but I really didn't realize what was going on. Those are the good old days when scandals were scandals. Before cover-ups.
Yeah, and there weren't as many sources and
but that's where you actually that's as I said, my background in broadcast journalism. Don't poo-poo it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring. So now we have the studio. I will bring my degree.
Next time to prove it.
I'm going to hang it. Yeah.
It's probably as useful as mine. I'll hang mine.
It led me to the medium of podcasting, though.
Well, didn't we say we were going to start hanging things? As we progressive studio.
Well, we do have a big TV. We just have to.
It's kind of taking the room, but maybe our college degrees and a couple of other things.
No, I want to get, like everybody else. We gotta, we're not doing video yet, but when we do, we're going to put our likeness up there.
We are. We're going to have to use that for something. I think we should hook a computer up so that we can reference things and that's
okay.
Well,
you're my tech guy. Although I've gotten pretty good. I told you I did. I bought the.
Really?
No, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at your computer there.
It still has USB ports.
USB to HDMI.
Yeah, I got all those things. Okay. Oh, by the way, I did order a camera. A
webcam?
Yes, I did. I splurged for the webcam and headphones because I had that Zoom meeting.
Oh, how'd it go?
It went well. Yeah. Now did
you do hair and makeup before the?
No. I shaved though in the morning.
Did you really?
Yeah. I wasn't wearing pants.
No pants. Okay.
No pants. Okay. I wanted to go. I wanted to see how.
We want to see what it felt like.
Yeah, since everybody's without the pants now, and who knows what's going on under there. So I wanted to get the real feel of what everybody's doing these days.
How did it go that you sent out the kind of prerequisites for what you were looking for before?
No, I didn't. I told you I had a discussion. I actually talked to people beforehand.
No, wait, no. It's not about discussing. There are certain things that have to be put in writing.
No. I put nothing in writing.
You run a business and put nothing in writing?
Exactly.
How do you get paid?
What do you mean, how do I get paid?
What, do you show up at their door with a bat?
In terms of what? I don't understand.
To collect money. The whole point of
this
contracts and...
No, this wasn't a contract. This was a discussion of what we're going to do.
Okay.
To help them, assist them in their new billing software and what we have to do to get it going.
But isn't there paperwork that you're going to have to sign off on that?
Nope.
Wait.
I have to sign off paperwork with my computer people that I agreed to these terms. Right, but that's separate. That wasn't on the Zoom call.
But what about the software people that you're getting the software from?
It's my software people. I have to sign a contract that they're going to charge me X, Y, and Z to set it up. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's specs that go into...
Right, but it had nothing to do with that part.
20 hours of whatever.
But that part had nothing to do on the phone call.
What was the phone call about?
It was two companies discussing my tech guys and their tech guys, their accounting, and me discussing how to get it done.
Is this a client of yours?
Yeah, customer.
And they were... Okay.
Right, so I'm accommodating them.
So anything that gets discussed, because sometimes they get really deep into the conversation.
Oh yeah,
where you're like, what the? I never.
Right, and then no. So the guy was good, and I said the basics of our workflow and what we want to do, and all that, and then they get into that hocus pocus stuff, okay, I got an FTP and it's got to go into a DDI and this way, and we got to make an internal drive to tell it to do this at a certain time to optimize the ratio, and can I drop this into that fault? Right, and then you just sit there, and you just sit there, and you know what? I get, but you have to still, because you're watching yourself, you see yourself, and you still got to be on point.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching, I was watching Below Deck I had on or something on my TV. And I just had to be careful that my eyes weren't going up to watch the news or whatever was on.
No, when I'm on a call now or WebEx or Teams, I act like I'm in the room,
right?
Because it's so easy to drift off, and this is it used to be kind of like a novelty, but now it's a serious thing. It's like going to visit a client.
Yeah, but I understand that, but it was also a little different for me because I got nobody. I'm the boss. Again, it doesn't matter how I act. No, I'm not. Come on. I'm not saying that.
But you didn't have a scotch and a cigar going at the same time.
That was under the desk.
Good, guys. Get it done. Just get it.
I'm just
I'm going.
It's not only that. It was a fucking Friday afternoon. It's 1:30 call. I mean, who wants to do this shit on a Friday?
Yeah, I mean, a scotch, a cigar, your Ferrari revving in the driveway.
Yeah, right. I'm just at 1:30. At 1:30 on Friday, I'm worried about my 2-hour drive home, and I had to wake up early the next day because we were leaving, for a road trip, and
I was talking to somebody recently, I think at MPM's Big Bash the other night.
Oh, I know. Couldn't make it. I saw the photos. That was sick.
But they were saying exactly what you said. The traffic is
awful.
Unbearable.
Yeah.
They said it is insane.
Yeah.
The amount of time that they have to. They actually I think they drive all the time, and now they actually go back and forth between the train and driving depending on where they're going because it's so bad.
It is. It's ridiculous. And not only that, you have like a lot of bad drivers too.
Oh,
it's just people that never drove. Like, I'm used to it. This is 13 years now of driving in this kind of traffic every day. Yeah. But not as bad. So you're used to doing, the bumper to bumper thing. And then there's people that aren't. Because those are the people that are probably going in twice a week, right?
Saying, you know what, I'm not going to pay for a train ticket. I'll just park in a garage or whatever. Or
you have the people that hop on that just happen to be out at that time.
Right.
And aren't used to, us people. Like, here, it's the same thing. You're on the train. There's train when, the days when you used to go to work, you have train etiquette.
And you see the same people on the train in the same. It's the same thing on the road. It's amazing, like how.
I'm not saying I don't see the same people, but
I'm sure you've seen the same cars like every once in a while.
I don't. No, I concentrate on the road in front of me. But
wait a minute. All these years of driving,
I've never doubled to see somebody. No,
you've
really? Never.
I see it every time. Maybe you're not on a schedule.
Well, no, but it's not like taking a train. Like, you're going to take a train at 5:35.
Yeah, but when I drive to the train, I see other cars on the road that I say, oh, I saw that car yesterday.
Okay, because you're going to a destination that you have to leave at a certain time.
Yes.
Okay, so I could leave at 3:40. I could leave at 3:50. That's a big difference.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I'm not like on... that's a phone notification, Jeff. You have to pick up. So that's why. But I was raring for my weekend. I was very much looking forward to it. So
you want to start quickly.
Oh well, no, we had a lot going on that Friday night. We had a late night. We were celebrating my son's 16th birthday, so we had people over, and then we're waking up early next day to hit the road because we had a road trip.
So instantly he turns 16 and you let him drive right on the road.
No. No. Not allowed. No, he's got his thing, but...
Did he get his permit already?
Yeah.
When you get your permit...
Okay, don't ask me. I don't know. It's different.
It's different today, right?
Right. Well, no, it's different out here. Because we got our permit at 16, and then like a month later you could take your road test and got a junior license.
See, for me, I had to take my permit at 16 and a half.
No.
And you had to take the drive. You had to take the written before that,
right?
Which turned 16, which was fine. But then at 16 and a half, then you could go for your training behind the wheel with like one of those companies that, it was through the school,
right?
And then you went with them to get the permit. It's just going in.
Now we were able to get. You took the written test and you passed it. You got your permit,
right?
And then I think any time after that, like within 60 days or something, you were allowed to go for your junior license, and you could drive all you want until 9:00. So
when you turn 17, is that junior license? You get a different license?
17, we got our regular license at 17. You got a junior license at 16.
When you get your junior license at 16, do you have to take a road test?
Yeah, 100%. Road test. That's your road test.
And it's on the road.
On the road. On a real road.
In New Jersey was in a like an area like a
parking lot.
Not a parking lot,
but around
like
the
a road course.
Yeah.
A mock road. And it was just you on there. Ugh. So you didn't have to worry about anybody, like parking or like weird situations.
No, but we had the legit thing. You had to do the 3-point turn.
Yeah, we did that.
Parallel park. Yeah. And I had like the guy that was like, they called him, it was one of those guys that you called the Nazi. And I'll admit, I failed my first time.
Did you?
It made me very nervous, yeah.
And then I had a guy.
Yeah, and then like my second time, I passed. I drove down the street, 3-point turn, come back, and the guy's like, okay, great, here you go. Yeah. I was like, for me, yeah, that was cool.
You know what's crazy about that term?
Huh.
Seinfeld's back on TV a lot now.
Right, it's always.
And there was the Soup
you
Nazi.
Could probably,
the Soup Nazi episode. They would never make that up. They would never label it or call somebody that on TV today.
Well, what do you call it? What are you talking about? They called Donald Trump a Nazi for 4 years.
Well, I mean,
there's a lot of references in the last few years to the Nazi.
I
heard what you're saying.
I've had certain people say to me, like with those kind of terms from our show, you got to be careful with those. And look, you and I fully respect, the meaning of what the underlying meaning of all that. Yeah. But it's just interesting that
people take things. Well, look, I don't like the term at all. Okay, that's making fun, but there's certain things when you're to me, like if you're pointing out certain things in the gut, like the word Holocaust is thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
And that, like, to me, that's a no-go.
Yeah, that's there's
when it's something making fun of like the soup Nazi episode, ha ha ha, this is what he is. But then when you're comparing certain people or certain things in government or society to Nazis or the Holocaust, that's where like I draw the line. That's
what's amazing about that whole thing is that the swastika was not meant to be an evil symbol. Like if you look up the meaning of it's a totally different
well, did you ever see V?
V?
You remember like it was the movie
that show?
Not the new one, the old one.
The original one back when we were kids when they did that series.
Yeah, the two series.
They came in from space and they took over LA with that giant. Yeah. Oh, really? I remember that.
Oh my God, I loved it. V, and then you had V, the final battle. But look up the symbol because that was designed after the Nazis, and they're in red suits and black boots.
Well,
you see the
Star
references.
Wars, I think, is a complete reference to
what?
To the Nazis.
Wait, what?
The Empire. The way they dress with the dark suits.
Well, did you ever see they had a couple of years ago? They had the Star Wars thing in the city.
No.
Oh my God, it was phenomenal, and they had how much the Far East actually plays into a lot of the costumes.
The Far East.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. All the flowing robes, and that's designed after like the monks and all that kind of stuff. Like it's a lot of that
underlying stuff that that. Man, I need something bigger than a phone here.
What are you trying to do? Yeah,
I'm trying.
I don't know how it's like a play phone. Find that at a toy store.
This is an iPhone 8.
Aren't we in double digits?
Yeah, you see. If you look up, there's the definition of swastika. It's not. It's really not about Nazi
ancient religious icon in the cultures of Eurasia. Well, they really fucked that one up. That's not good.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that became such a symbol of evil.
Yes.
So anyway, that's my history lesson.
That's all right. Oh, you see how much information you get?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so
pretty fantastic on that one. But you see all those references in certain movies.
Oh yeah, you always do. Yeah. They use a little historical, little
but
subtle.
It was just, but the Star Wars thing, it's really interesting, like where they got the robes and the history of everything and how the characters and how they developed the characters and how they wanted, Han Solo to be like a cowboy, basically.
Yeah.
And kind of a pirate cowboy kind of person. His inspiration was.
When you look at something like I think Star Wars is amazing. The time that they developed it, the technology that they used at that time, feels like we compared it to Flash Gordon's technology, but like those people, everybody who put that together. I mean, George Lucas, genius,
right?
I don't think there's a comparison.
Now you want to? I'm just because we're almost done here, but I guess got to say, and I'm not ruining this thing for you, the Squid Games.
Okay,
all right, so into it. But, talking about movies and technology, you know what's amazing? No matter what, like how technologically we get advanced in movies, you can never dub like Chinese, Japanese, or Korean with like an English voice. It like never comes out well. It is so bad.
You know what? It's an excellent point, because if you watch Fauda,
right,
and you want to listen to them I listen to them speak the Hebrew or whatever language they're speaking at.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But when you say,
it's like it's like watching. Isn't it matched up? Right. It's like watching an old Bruce Lee movie that's like dubbed over, or some like Saturday afternoon ninja movie.
Don't you miss those old karate movies starting the day on Saturday? They're totally dubbed, horrible.
Damn you! I can see you.
I can see you. Fight.
Yeah. It just does it. Isn't it amazing with all that our advanced technology? It's everything we can do. Like you can you could do anything in front of a green, blue screen or green, whatever the hell it's called. You could put a man on the moon.
But can't get the dubbing right.
You can't get the dubbing right.
But did you see Crouching Tiger?
You want to hide my dragon?
Hidden Dragon?
No.
You never saw the movie?
No, I've been wanting to. It's on my list.
It's a good movie.
It's a
really good movie. Yeah, you got to watch it.
I'm going to check that out.
Excellent action. It's perfect karate the whole time, or I don't know if it's kung fu or karate, but swords. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, no, that's one of those. That's one of those that I keep seeing it on, and I don't want to start it because I really want to watch it, and I got to bookmark it.
And I also like those the hair on the guys. They shave the front of it, but they keep the back of it long
with the ponytail,
with the braid.
Oh,
it's dangerous. You whip it around with a blade on the end of it.
Yeah,
that would be cool to have.
I'm gonna check that out.
I think we should start that.
That's a good idea.
I just don't know if I can grow that much hair anymore.
No, you know what? I cut the hair a couple of years ago. I had it longer at one point. I had
you had a mullet?
Nah, it's almost a mullet, but now I'm going with the fade. I got to keep it tight.
The fade on just the back top part of the head.
No, I'm all faded. I'm all clean. I just got a haircut. We could discuss more of my hair issues on the next time on Aging Immaturely. Remember to check us out at TheRealAgingImmaturely.com. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Aging Immaturely. If you have a product that you would like to discuss on air, please email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Aging Immaturely.